This was back in the day, August 2000/2002, I can't remember, when the internet wasn't seen as a creepy-ass place. I went on MSN Messenger and joined some random chat room for teenagers. I said something and she private messaged me and we began talking. I knew nothing about heartbreak or being let down by a girl, so I went in with no qualms or reservations about what lay on the road ahead. We talked a while before she had to go. I found out she was a year older, lived in Western New York, and liked a lot of the same things I did. Things progressed as they do, to us talking every few days to every day, to having regularly scheduled times when we would be online to chat. Days turned to weeks and weeks into months. She seemed so perfect, so amazing. We liked so many of the same things, had the same goal-oriented mindset. She wanted to be a PA, I wanted to be a lawyer, and was pretty cute with short hair to boot. I'm almost certain this is where I got my attraction to girls with short hair. By December, we had traded pictures, nothing inappropriate, and moved to talking online via AIM voice or whatever it was called, and on the phone. We would talk for hours on end about anything and everything and learn what's staying on the phone and not saying a single word, how saying nothing could say so much and be an incredible feeling. We always talked about meeting, hated how we were separated by such a distance until finally I sucked it up, but on my big boy pants, lied to my parents and caught the first bus/train trip I could out there. She picked me up at the station with her friends as we had talked about, and I remember the whole way there my stomach being full of butterflies. I got off the train and saw her right away. There she was. All the butterflies and knots left my stomach as I say the girl I had shared and opened up to over the last 7 months. She was prettier than her picture, had the voice of an angel, the most radiant smile, and when we first kissed that afternoon, it left me with an intoxication I haven't experienced again and don't think I ever will. That night as we sat on her floor watching a movie, we shared those 3 little words, something we had said online and on the phone, but now they meant something. They actually had a deep, passionate emotion behind them. I had to leave 2 days later, and a very tearful goodbye and promises of returning or her visiting me were made. Unfortunately, those promises were not to be kept. We never got to visit again, and as spring gave way to summer, she got a job as a camp counselor nearby. She said she would be waiting, and I wrote once a week as she didn't have access to a phone all the time, and I was at a camp closer to me work as a CIT. The hot days of summer gave way, and I finally was able to talk to her again on a regular basis. But there was something wrong. She seemed distant and cold right off the bat. I asked if everything was okay, and she replied no. We've all heard the story before. She met someone else. He was another counselor at the camp she worked at. Someone she could talk to and see and touch and would be around every day. They talked and got to know one another, and one day, she said when they both had off, she lost her virginity to him. She said she was sorry but knew this wasn't going to work anyways. The distance was just too great and too complicated. I didn't know what it was. It felt like the plug had been pulled on the bathtub that was my heart, my soul. I didn't get mad because I didn't know what to do. I wished her good luck and goodbye. I wallowed in self-pity for a while. My friends and games helped get things off my mind. I never talked to her again, but every now and then as I pass through a hospital or study for my anatomy exam, I think about that short-haired girl with the cute freckles and wonder if she thinks about me too. I hope she followed her dream and is doing something great like she always wanted, helping people and making a difference. Maybe our paths will cross again someday, but in this large world of ours, most likely not. And now you know the rest of the story.